Haketekaya jutahia, nikatuia jetahia, ita yohohotakia. Welcome to this episode on shamanic healing work and the talk on spirit guides. How, when it comes to shamanic healing work, we're not just, my experience, which is all I can go from, right? And what I've read. But my experience is that we're not just working with your physical body. We're not just working with an energetic block that's in your system. We're actually working with the spirit guides as well. Both our own, the shaman's own spirit guides, and the client's spirit guides. So we're speaking to a deeper part of your experience in this world. So it's a pretty interesting, deep experience when we get in touch with our spirit guides. Much like with the totem animals and the spirit animals, or power animals, we can call them either one. Our spirit guides are also very, very powerful entities that have most of the time been with you for a very long time. They've been watching you, they've been hanging out with you. A lot of times when you meet mediums and other people who are spiritual seers, they will see your spirit guides hanging out with you. And it could be a dead relative, it could be, in my case, my dad is hanging out with me often, and other people I've known who have passed on to the other side have been here to help me and protect me. But I've also come into spirit guides that are much deeper and in a different nature. And the one that's coming through the most is a spirit guide named Sam. And it's of Native American tradition and or origin. And it's a beautiful energy that works well deep into so many other people's energy and can communicate on behalf of you, the client, or the people that I work with, communicate and negotiate so that you may have maybe more fortune in your life. Maybe the winds will change. At least that's what's happening in my life. Is that my spirit guides have come into my life and my experience has changed and shifted. A lot of things are shifting on the outside as well. But it starts on the inside. And when we read these shamanic books that are out there, they're beautiful. Many people have written down their experience. But I found that when I read some of the Western traditions, translations of the experience of meeting your totem animal or meeting your spirit guide, we still come from a Western point of view. And of course, we are physically in the flesh. I'm Western, right? But we come from the point of view of separation. So when I see and get in touch with a spirit guide or a totem animal, from my point of view, it's me meeting a totem animal. And on some levels, yes, that's a good start. That's where I started. That's what happened to me at first. I did a drum journey. I got in touch with my power animal, and I felt like this wolf came running up to me and it loved on me. This reconnection was beautiful. And the same thing happened on my deeper journeys where my guides started coming in and I started hearing, and it sounds, from a Western point of view, it sounds a little crazy, but I started hearing a voice, right? And it came out through my voice. But I realized pretty quickly that it wasn't me having a discussion with myself, that there was something else coming in and expressing thoughts, energies, and experiences through my voice. And then over time, the more journeys I did, the deeper the journeys got, the more I opened up for this new frequency to come in. This new frequency speaks a different language, and it has a different wisdom. Wisdom that Marcus in himself would never have This is something completely different. Much more in touch with the original nature of the universe and the original nature of both me and you, which we are all an expression of that original nature, right? So when we get in touch, at least my experience is, we don't just get in touch with our power animals. We don't just get in touch with our spirit guides. We become them. They express themselves through us. So when, in my case, I have a wolf and a dragon as a totem animal, they come out. There has been a panther that showed up as well. They come out through me. And it's a beautiful, deep experience. Very, very, very moving and very deep. And it helps clear the space of the journey room that we're in. And it helps clear energetic blockages and stuff that's stuck in a client's body, in a client's energy field. And also, on one level, my spirit guide comes in and negotiates on behalf of the client. So it's a beautiful experience. It's really beautiful, but it is extremely deep and it's extremely real. And personally, I have found that it opens up some new gates, some new portals into other dimensions that are extremely real and powerful. And I often say this, right? But coming from a Western point of view, our mindset have been limited to fit into the box. Of course, started with the church. The religion came in, which most religions have come in, and they try to organize and they try to, fit it into the box. And if you look at it from a few different points of views, you can say, we look at a certain religion, we can say, well, you can only get to God through this one spirit, and you can only get to God if you pray or think this right way. And it turns out that the more closer you are to your own spirit guides, that's how you get closer to a higher power, a maker, whatever you want to call it, the original nature of life, Earth Mother. And it's fascinating to see. So I wish for you, if you are interested in these kind of shamanic experiences and shamanic journeys, do your research. Go in and look and hit up people like me. Ask me questions. Or other people. Find your shamanic teacher, whoever that might be. Or your shamanic path. Many of the shamans, there's like two different thoughts here, right? And one is you have to go in training with people for a long time in order to become a full-fledged shaman. And the other thought is you are a shaman when you say you're a shaman. Because you have that inner calling, and only you know when that inner calling has become a reality for you. Most of the traditional, original indigenous tribes and people who became the shaman of the tribe, they had shamanic experiences as kids. They had experiences with different levels of reality way when they were young. And they might have had a close death encounter, like a close encounter with death. Got very, very sick or something. And they experienced things that they couldn't explain with regular words, with regular day-to-day occurrences. So then they actually I knew that there was more to our reality than what we could see and touch. And as we go into that space, we realize that that is your shamanic journey, my shamanic journey. And it started already when I got here. And then it came and went away from me because I chose to leave the path. And then I came back and chose, and now I'm back. And it's beautiful to be back. And what I would like to say is for you to find your path into this, if this is something you are interested in. It's a big world, and we find our tribe. And it's beautiful. We both find the tribe in physicality, in real life, and, well, real life as in this version of reality, and we find it in the spiritual realm as well, in the multidimensional reality that is so much more real than what we can see here. So, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, hit like, share if you like this message. And there's going to be a bunch of different videos coming out here, both on shamanic practices, on Reiki, and on just regular insights. But thank you for joining. Thank you, and have a beautiful, blessed day. Namaste and Aho.